Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. It's the day after the 4th of July, the 5th of July, and mystery in Montecito. No sign of Harry or the kids yesterday. Madame was clearly busy day drinking, she showed us that, and posting reels on Instagram. Endless reels on Instagram. And as I say, no sign of Harry or the kids. We're in the realms of the mysteries around the kids today. I've looked at the surrogate rumour again in the previous reading. Now, I'm not surprised that there were no happy family snaps, no blurred figures of the littles at some parade in Montecito. Because I did readings on Harry and Meghan yesterday and their energy, and it didn't look like they were together. So I'm not surprised, but I would like to know with the Urban Tarot today what's going on. State of the marriage. Where was Harry yesterday? I'm using the Urban Tarot. It's my New York Tarot. And there is a very consistent theory that Harry might spend a lot of his time in New York, living in one of Pa's apartments, penthouses, whatever. And that the littles, maybe the littles were with him somewhere. We're going to try and find out. So we're going to ask where Harry was, and we're going to ask where Archie was. Was he with Harry or Meghan? Try and figure that out. Lilibet, where was she? With Harry or Meghan? You know, maybe they were with other close family members, depending on which particular conspiracy theory you subscribe to. And there are so many, it's hard to keep track of them. Some people might say, I know there is a strong contingent of you out there who believe there are no children at all. And, you know, then in that case, you know, maybe they're in the attic, sort of thing. I know there's that joke that goes around. It's a rather unsavory joke, but anyway, you know, it's out there. Why is it out there? It's out there because of all the secrecy and weirdness around both children's births and lives subsequently, thanks to Harry and Meghan. Not thanks to us being awful people that spend our days thinking nasty thoughts about people's children. Not at all. It's actually concern for the children that fuels most of these theories and these rumours. I have to make that very clear. So this is tarot, and this is for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinions, all speculation, wild speculation, of course. And I just read energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. So, Urban Tarot, what does it have to tell us about the whereabouts of the has-been and the kids yesterday? Big holiday in the United States, a big family day. And we have the 5 of Wands in reverse in this reading. Conflict, strife, it says, hopefully at the bottom. Keyword, a bit of a yappity yap going on outside. Strife, falling out, fighting, conflict. And when the card is in reverse, it's conflict within a family. I often get that with this 5 of Wands in these royal readings, like access, custody type disputes. Even you could read that into this situation. The card in the reverse tells me that someone's just given up, or someone's just thought, oh, I can't fight anymore. I'm just going to withdraw. I'm going to take myself away, or I don't care anymore. I'm just going to spend the day drinking, and the kids can go off with the has-been. It's that kind of energy. And of course, this is just an energy reading, and we just discuss what cards show up on the tarot table for fun and entertainment. Let's see, heart of the situation. And we had to pause for a bit more barking there. So the heart of the reading, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with the Ace of Cups. Unconditional love card. Often can be new love. Barking at an end, hopefully. Ace of Cups, as I said, is unconditional love. It's also the kind of love that you have for a child. So interesting. Even though we have a indications of drinking here with the cups, obviously. And Madame was showing us all how to make cocktails, very looking cocktails in my opinion, but anyway. So there is an energy of indulgence in that card, which normally wouldn't be there, but in the circumstances is there. So she was showing that to us herself on Instagram. So there it is, showing up in the cards on the tarot table. But I'm getting an enormous amount of emotion here from someone somewhere. Not sure who and where. We're going to try and figure it out. So let's look at the state of the union. And what do we have here? We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. Somebody has got a bit of a different view of their marriage. And that somebody, in my opinion, is Harry, the Hanged Man. Somebody has gained some insights, some perspective, seeing things differently. Somebody is tired of being the victim, tired of being punished, always blamed, losing his agency, his power. It's in reverse. It tells me that he's tired of being blamed and accused and bullied and feeling helpless and powerless in the marriage, which is very interesting. Somebody, meaning there has been, has woken up to what is actually going on in his marriage, that moment of clarity. It's a card of huge amounts of deception possibly as well, and drinking and addiction. All those things are possible. Neptunian energy in the Hanged Man. Maybe a moment of clarity, maybe even a moment of sobriety, maybe even a moment of, I'm just going to cut myself down from this tree and walk away. I can finally walk away. Where was he yesterday? The moon. It's a very hidden energy, very secrets. The moon is about mystery and very doubts and confusion. So we did see a photo of him, but it wasn't a recent photo. It was from way back when, their second date. We've got two very big cards here, the Major Arcana, and they're both very mysterious cards. As I was saying, the Hanged Man is Neptunian energy, and Neptunian energy is very confusing. It's very deceptive. The moon is the same. So we have the same kind of thing going on. We may yet get something that, oh, there he was. And we'll think, not really sure I believe that. Don't know what to think about that with the moon. The moon also is home. So wherever he was, I'm almost getting homesick with that moon energy. Thinking about Mummy Diana, thinking about family and the past, belonging. Where does he belong? Where does he fit in? I'm getting a very sad and lost energy from him there. Definitely not wanting to be on Instagram, not wanting to perform for her. She doesn't want, anyone else in the camera anyway. She wants it all for herself, all the attention. But we didn't get the usual giggle of him behind the camera filming her, which we've had previously. Not yet. We may still, because this is huge deception possible in the energy of these cards. So let's look at the kids. Archie first, just generally where, what circumstances, and then we'll ask specifically parents. And I've got the 7 of Swords in reverse. Wow. It says futility. Seven of Swords is the deception card. It's the thief traditionally in tarot. It's disappearing, making off with things that aren't yours, disappearing under cover of darkness. We're getting a lot of disappearing under cover of darkness energy on this tarot table, but in reverse it's been exposed, being found out. Something around this child of you can't hide the situation around him anymore. Maybe becoming increasingly difficult to pass someone else's child off as Archie, as is a lot of speculation Megan has done in the past. A lot of speculation that she might have used friends' children. Same with Lilibet when they were much younger, but as they get older and as we all get more suspicious, more difficult to play these kinds of games and not get caught out. So there might be some fear of being caught out if she tries something. People have got experts at analysing hairlines and ears and things like that. Expert at that kind of stuff. So hard to hide. Just generally will be caught out if you are. And there might also be issues, legalities that are being sorted out behind the scenes. Let's not forget our Five of Wands in reverse there. Conflict and someone just giving up and saying, all right, I give up. And if someone has given up, interestingly, I think it's her who's given up and taken to making cocktails rather than pretending that it's a happy family lining the streets of Montecito for a 4th of July parade. That's how it's reading so far. Let's ask who he was with, Harry or Meghan, if we can actually pin that down. And I've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Not with her. Not with her. 10 of Cups is happy family, and so we're not seeing the happy family. They were not a family unit on the 4th of July. They were absolutely not. She was hanging out with a female friend, and I'm not insinuating that it's the kind of female friendship that the card itself is hinting at. Not at all. He was not there with them. I'm getting with that 10 of Cups in reverse. He wasn't there in Montecito or whenever any of that was being filmed. If he was around, he's been kept very carefully out of the way, but I don't think he was around. More likely with Harry. Harry or with some other woman who might have some involvement in his origins biologically, shall we say. That's quite a complicated statement. How about Lily? Generally, situation with Lily, where was she? What's going on with her? And we got the 4 of Wands. This is a very different energy. That's the happy family card. It's called completion here. It's a celebration hanging out. She might have been around. We might get hints of that. And I'm not sure if there weren't little girly hands around some of the cupcakes. So she might have been, she seems to be the golden child. That's speculation. That's very inexpert psychological analysis, just opinion, inexpert opinion. She might have been there for the celebrations but not being revealed, because the big reveal might be worth a lot of money, and why give it away for free? You don't give the milk away for free. We all know that now. So possible. Who was she with? That's just a general energy for her. Who was she with yesterday? Ma or Pa? And this is the 7 of Pentacles. And is it the 7 of Pentacles? This tarot deck always bamboozles me. Have to check that, because it's called failure, and the 7 of Pentacles isn't really about failure. The 7 of Pentacles is all about taking stock and making sure that your investment is doing what you want it to, and you are very, very content with what you've invested in. But yeah, it is the Seven of Pentacles. It's weird that this card focuses on the negative with the keyword rather than a positive one, which would be investment, quite an abundant energy. Something in there that is someone's investment. It wouldn't be Harry's investment. So ignore the gloom of the card and the keyword of the card, and let's just get to what the card actually really means right away. Style. Kitching. What did I say about we're not going to see her until the price is paid for whatever magazine or whatever? I think that the children went together on the day. I think if anyone was in Montecito, it would be Lilibet, and that's because she's the prize. She's the one that the money is going to be paid for. And there's something about Archie that can't risk this for whatever reason. Who knows? And he was elsewhere. Might even have just been off with Nanny somewhere, removed. But odd energy in this reading. Harry's energy is particularly off with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Moon card. The Moon's giving me that he was on his own. I don't get that the children were with him, that he'd taken them to New York, as I thought, well, that's the obvious thing, or taken them on holiday or done something with them, gone with them. There's a lot of giving up energy in here for both of them in certain contexts, but this is interesting. There's Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles with Lily. Archie, completely different energy, negative energy. And as I say, something off about it, that some of those conspiracy theories about UK connections and stuff like that might be quite plausible given those pretty weird cards. Just saying, sorry this reading was clear as mud, but the situation is clear as mud, and that's why we keep reading on it and we keep wondering and we keep speculating, and until they come clean and really tell the truth about these children, we will carry on doing this for as long as we possibly can, or of course for entertainment purposes, and all of course just my opinion. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.